Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's matchup between the visiting Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans and your Brockton Boxers. Please do your part by showing respect to everyone involved in tonight's contest. A friendly reminder that student-athletes play the game, coaches coach, fans support their team, and officials manage the game and sometimes make calls that you may not agree with. With that being said, inappropriate behavior, language, taunting, or verbal criticism of coaches, players, and officials will not be tolerated and may result in your removal from the stadium. We would like to thank our platinum sponsors for their support and generosity, and they are Spiegel Scrap Metal, Sign Design, Bethel Medical Group, Woodward's Auto Spring Shop, Exit Realty All-Stars, Everett's Auto Parts, Evans Machine Company, Asthma and Allergy Physicians, Sign Design, Brockton Education Association, and Madison Food Group. For your convenience, restrooms are located underneath the press box. Okay, at this time, I'm going to ask that you please rise, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the flag in the south end zone by the scoreboard as we honor America with the singing of our national anthem. Guys, hey, stand, quiet, please.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming through the stripes and bright stars, through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we won, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombers singing out, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Marciano Stadium. I'm Dominic Damiano, joined by Mike the Postman Simmons, producer and director, as we get ready to give you this Southeast Conference matchup as the visiting Trojans of Bridgewater-Raynham coming to Marciano Stadium here on Arthur Armand Colombo Field. Unfortunately, they are currently 0-12. They only have two returning starters from the last year's varsity team. But they have a great coach in Jason Hammond in his 12th year over there at Bridgewater-Raynham. And, of course, Michael Cruz, he is the interim coach, and he currently has your Brockton Boxers at 8-2-2. Not to get too far ahead of ourselves, but our next broadcast will be Thursday night. We'll be back here as we give you the visiting Boston Latin team. They'll come and take on our Boxers here. But stand by, ladies and gentlemen, for Brockton Boxer Division I Southeast Conference Boys Soccer. A little chilly right now. I wish I could give you the temperature, but I forgot to write it down. And I want to first apologize to Zion DePina and Anderson DePina. They are not related. I mentioned that before, and it was mentioned to me earlier about just to let you know that we're not related. So they were just, kidding around me, but having fun. For the Boxers, they're going to start with number 7. That's Gonzalez. I'll give you the guys as vague. I know most of them. Pereira. Pereira, number 15. Make sure I get their names and numbers right. Zion DePina, number 19. Number 4, great defensive back is Walter Fernandez, number 4. And Carvalho, I can see him on the cross field. He's number 5, Frankie Carvalho. In goal is number 90, Daniel Diaz. Try to get all the guys' numbers if I can. Then I'm going to try to get them. Let you know about Bridgewater-Raynham. Darson Barrows, he's number 21. Number 2 for the Brockton Boxers is Fabio Fernandez, the midfielder. And number 11 for Brockton, that is Diego DeAndrade. And those are your Brockton Boxers starters for right now. As you can see, the Bridgewater-Raynham team there in their huddle, getting ready to break the huddle, get ready to play. And we'll let you know who's going to kick off here in a minute. I'm thinking that it's Bridgewater-Raynham because Brockton looks like they're in their typical defense, waiting to see what's going on. We have 2 officials tonight, 2 Division I officials, which means both sides of the field is going to be covered. All right, ladies and gentlemen, stand by. It's around dropping down to 60 degrees. Get your hot cocoa ready, your coffee, your favorite beverage, and stand by for Division I boys soccer underway. And now Brockton, long pass up to the middle, and they're going to call offsides. As they're going to say, a little bit too fast for his own good, number 7 for the Brockton, that's Gonzalez. So they'll kick it right about their own 40. Of course, Bridgewater-Raynham takes possession. And we'll give you those gentlemen. That looks Piers. Look like that's Anthony Piers, the midfielder. Nice line drive kick in the corner, trying to play it. That will go out of bounds. It'll be Brockton's ball, most likely on the throw, and it is. And there comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez trying to feed it up. He has somebody trying to take a shot, moving. He has to get doubled, and there's a shot over the net. And just out of play, as Barrows got a nice feed from number 11 for Brockton, DeAndre. He had to get triple teamed to get him out of that play. Great defense by the Trojans. So we'll have our first corner kick of the game. Here it is by Gonzalez in the middle. Almost kicked to almost a nice save by the goalkeeper. There's a line drive far in the field, not headed out. Still kept in. Vega trying to do something. That's knocked away, but kept in by the Boxers. Boxers trying to get something done. There's a kick, and the goaltender missed it. He actually came out and made a great play. I apologize. Came out and made a great play. And I believe that's Michael Walker, the starting goalie for the Trojans. And he's getting ready to kick it off. Line drive kick. Yeah, it's out of bounds. It will be Brockton ball on this throw-in in the BR end. Just underway, 37 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. On the throw-in, again in the Bridgewater-Raynham end. Fabio Fernandez trying to get something going. He has help from Gonzalez on the other side. Nicely taken away by the Trojans, as the Trojans are honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month with their pink jerseys. And we're going to have a whistle. And we have an injured player, an injured boxer. I think, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I think that's DeAndre on the far side. No, that's Fabio. Fabio Fernandez, slow to get up. Little battle in there. He got the worst of it. Here comes the Brockton trainer. We have a stoppage in play with 37 minutes and 20 seconds left in this game. And as you can see, no score. We'd like to welcome everybody watching in the greater Bridgewater-Raynham area, of course. And, of course, all of the fans here watching in Brockton on Brockton Channel here on YouTube. Bridgewater-Raynham smartly takes this time to huddle up. Make sure they know what's going on. Coming off, under his own power. And it is number 2. It is Fabio Fernandez, the junior. the junior forward. And Michael Cruz, he is right away. He's putting in Anderson DePina in his spot, number 23. So DePina for Fernandez. Again, early and we're underway, just like that. Pereira, Cavallo. Cavallo, they're going to do what Brockton does. They like spread out. There's Walter Fernandez. Walter, back over. Diaz will take it. And this team is very good at using every player on this field. Cavallo with a long kick. He sees the big man coming down, and they're going to say he was offsides, as I believe that was Barrows coming down right down the middle of the field. And I'm going to say he just got ahead of the ball, so with that we'll have a change of possession. It'll be Trojans' ball on this kick-in. And getting ready to challenge him is Barrows. He's right there. There's a long kick. Kept down by Brockton. Brockton's trying to get it out. BR keeps it alive. But no one sees for Gonzalez coming down. Oh, and we'll have another stoppage to play. It will be, again, Bridgewater-Raynham ball. All right. Nice line drive kick by Major, Austin Major. He hits it again. That's headed away. It'll be Brockton's ball off the kick. DeGrassa now. Over to Cavallo. Cavallo trying to get something going. Back and forth they go to Pina. Cavallo. Diaz now, he'll spread it out. He'll get that over to Walter Fernandez. Back over to Cavallo. Using all this real estate of the Brockton Boxers. Very smart team. That's kicked in. Driving down and on sides. Trying to make a play. With his foot. Passes it over. Just had Barrows. Can't get the footing. He lost control. Nice play by number 11 of the Brockton Boxers, DeAndre, trying to set up Barrows. Now Brockton keeping it in. Cavallo trying to help out his team, trying to keep it in. Brockton recontrols the ball, if you will, controls the ball. That's inside leading. There's Gonzalez. Oh, just over the goal post, not by much. Great job by the defender, cutting down his angle, making him take an awkward shot. We stay 1-0. I mean 0-0, sorry. I'm thinking ahead of myself. I apologize. That's right at midfield. Trying to get their rhythm. Here are the Boxers trying to lead. There's Barrows coming down the side. He gets by one defender, falls down. And BR smartly kicks it out to slow down the Brockton rush. And DePina gets it into Barrows. He's well defended. Trying to work it up. Back to DePina. He looks, kicking the angle. That's tipped away. There's a quick kick by the young man. And now kicked back in. Kept in by Brockton. No, that'll go out of bounds. That should be Trojans' ball off the throw-in. Nice job starting that attack. That's Mahoney. Mahoney initially had Moria, but they couldn't connect. Now Brockton. Cavallo looking. Gonzalez feeding Gonzalez. And there's a play. It's a 3-on-2 after Harry leading the attack. Back they go. Vega scores. Joseph Vega. Now it's 1-0 Brockton at the 32-17 mark. Nice pass. Excellent work by the Boxers. At the 32-17 mark here in the first half, Joseph Vega. All right, we're going to have another kickoff at midfield. Sullivan now trying to help out his team. There's Vega again, trying to feed in the middle. He has another player coming up. Here's a shot and a goal by number 11, Diego DeAndrade. At the 32:01 mark, Brockton all of a sudden finding their rhythm. 2-0 Boxers. Off the kickoff by Beckwith. Long drive up in the Brockton. That's headed away. Vega. Here's a kick. Trying to lead out in front. Has the ball from smartly kicking that away. That's Cullen. Culnane, excuse me. Now Gonzalez, nicely headed away by the Trojans. Trojans trying to get their attack going, and slowing that down is DeGrassa, excuse me. Right at midfield. I think there was a little miscommunication. Let's say it was last touched by Bridgewater-Raynham. DeAndrade, who has a goal already off the throw-in. As Brockton spreads out the field again. Back and forth they go. BR adding the pressure. Brockton trying to get out of their own end. Cavallo now. Long kick, trying to lead the man. He does. See if they can keep it in. There's Gonzalez. There's one man made a collision. Goalkeeper takes it. No call. Nice kick by Walker. Right at midfield. Brockton slows down the BR attack. Now in the BR end. Gonzalez trying to reach Vega. Back and forth they go. Good dribbling. They lost it. Accidental trip up there. The two guys collided. Good sportsmanship as Anthony Piers. Now off the kick. I believe this is Barrows. It is. Number 21. Darson Barrows. BR sets up their wall. Walker hoping to get a good look at this ball. And here's his kick. Line drive. Nice stop by the goaltender. Off the free kick. Right at midfield. Headed away. Cavallo, that was Pereira. Back to Diaz. 2-0 Brockton. Fernandez. Vega. Back and forth they go, trying to get position. Vega again, excellent footwork. Little miscommunication between him and DeGrassa. There's a long kick to Diaz with the save. Nice shot by Bridgewater-Raynham. Long drive trying to read the forward downfield. Nicely knocked away and well read by Austin Major of Bridgewater-Raynham. Slows down the Brockton attack. Now in the BR end, off the throw, and there's Barrows. Barrows trying to get by two defenders. He can't. Nice stop by the Trojans. They try to get it out at midfield. That will go out of bounds if Brockton. Nope. They're going to play it. Diaz. A little give and go between him and Fernandez. Now Fernandez. Both teams just feeling him up. Brockton looking for that big real estate gap. Now Barrows, nice pass. Coming down the side. Kicked away. He has control of the ball. Here comes Barrows. Shoot! Oh, just wide. I think that was tipped at the last minute by Cole Bridges. Great job by that young man on the defensive stop. That's why Barrows couldn't get that shot off, but we still stay 2-0. Nice rush by the Boxers. 27:30 left in this half. There's a long kick. Pereira knocks it in. Back and forth they go, trying to get their momentum. Brockton trying to keep it in. BR trying to get their momentum going. DePina. Oh, there's a misread. And just like that, another little miscue by BR. One guy got ahead of themselves. Nice try. That being said, out of bounds. Off the throw-in. Off the kick, and Vega. Vega trying to get a kick in before the goalkeeper can get himself in. He kicks a three-pointer from about 23 yards out. And it's good. Mike Walker now setting up to kick off for BR. Brockton is waiting for a play. Now in for the Trojans, that's number 9, Kyle Perez McGee. And taking a break for the Trojans, number 2, Anthony Pierce, the midfielder freshman. That is Pereira on the throw-in for the Boxers. BR trying to defend. Brockton controls. Coming down the side, little give and go is Barrows. Shot. Oh, save! What a great save by Walker. Now in the Brockton end. Diaz takes it. Gets it up to Zion DePina. Zion looking, trying to feed. Walker takes it uncontested for the Trojans. Kicks it away right at midfield. Out of bounds. It's going to be BR ball. We have another change. Coming in is number 18 for Bridgewater-Raynham. That's Tracer, Colin Tracer, and coming out is number 8, I believe. Yep, that's Connor Mahoney. God bless you. As I say that to the producer and director. Now here comes Gonzalez with Vega. Back to Gonzalez. Little give and go. Nicely knocked away by the Trojans. They try to regroup as Aiden Cullen caused that. BR off the throw-in on the far side of the field. Off the throw-in, tipped away, headed it. Both teams trying to get possession. And Smalley kicks it away. It'll be Brockton's ball. Here's Zion DePina now. As DeGrasse is trying to do something. They're going to say holding. It looks like a hold against DeGrasse. Nice kick. Diaz will take it on the bounce. As Tyler Moria was trying to set something up. Brockton looking. Long ride. Knocked down and kept down by Aiden Vieira of Bridgewater-Raynham. Barrows now trying to feed up. He does. He has Vega. Vega trying to get another goal. Him and Gonzalez in the middle trying to make a move. There's nothing, knocked down, and Walker falls on that one. There's his nice punt. Midfield, Pereira keeps it in, keeps the attack going. There's Anderson DePina, no relation to Zion. We straightened that out in the pregame. I should say the guys told me. Off the throw-in. At midfield. BR double teaming, trying to take advantage. Zion will smartly give it over. Zion DePino will smartly get over to Diaz. Diaz looking. Straight kick, nothing too fancy, just trying to work it out of his own end. Pereira, giving from that far corner. Little back and forth. The Anderson DePino go out of bounds. I believe it will be Brockton's ball off the throne. It is. Trying to get something going. There's Barrows coming down the side. He has two defenders to beat. He stops. He looks. He has Gonzalez trying to feed Gonzalez too far ahead. Nicely blocked and kept away by Aiden Vieira. But Brockton still keeps it. Little give and go. Barrows trying to make a play. He's knocked off. There's a quick kick, but wide by Gonzalez. And now Walker for Bridgewater-Raynham will try to start it up and kick it out of his own end. He's going for the far side toward the benches. Vega sees it, heads it. Trying to keep it down is DeAndre. Him and Vega. Now Trojans, they have a rush. Coming down the side, trying to feed, knocked away at the last minute. Trying to get that rush going for the Trojans. Now the far side of the field, Cavallo. Here comes BR. Cavallo just looking for that one opening. This team is really, really gelling well so far. Currently 8-2-2. That gives something away right there. Nicely done. Walter will take it. He'll kick it away. But headed and kept in by Pereira. Pereira trying to do something with Gonzalez. Line drive, and that's away. And we'll have another change of possession. Coming in for the Boxers right now. Number 2, Fabio Fernandez, and number 18 is, and I'll give you that gentleman's number in 1 second as I see it on my sheet. That would be Fabio Fernandez and Devontae Livermonto, sorry. Coming out for Brockton is Gonzalez, number 7, and number 6, Diego de Grassa. With that being said, here comes BR just a little bit too ahead of themselves. And we'll have another change. It should be Brockton's ball off the throw, and BR started their rush a little bit too far ahead of the forward. We're at the 19 minute and 15 second mark now under that. Left in this first half, 2-0 Brockton. Back and forth they go, trying to make something happen. He sees a move. Back and forth they go. Barrows, he was trying to reach Barrows. Ooh, nice block by DePina. Here come the Trojans as McGee was trying to get something going. That slowed down. and kept up and led. But Walker's there to take it. And the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans goalkeeper will kick that away. Ooh, nice dribbling. Great job by Colin Tracer. Now Barrows looking. Trying to go down the far side. He has DeAndre. DeAndre trying to keep it in. One man to beat, trying to make a move, and he lost the ball. Well defended by Bridgewater-Raynham. Coming in for Bridgewater-Raynham, that's Anthony Piers. And stepping out for the Trojans, we'll give you that gentleman's number in a minute. That was number 1. That was Banks Beckwith, excuse me. Now back to more action here right at midfield. Back and forth they go. BR trying to find their rhythm. But that's intercepted by Brockton. Now Vega all the way up to DeAndre. DeAndre trying to get Vega. He has him in the corner. Barrows are right in front of the net if he can get it to him. But that's smartly kicked away by Bridgewater-Raynham. Just like that off the throw-in. Brockton working around the perimeter. Back in the middle. That's well defended. Almost a takeaway. But kept alive by the Boxers. Both teams trying to feel it out. As Diaz gets that from Walter Fernandez. Diaz's kick. Nice kick in the BR end. BR trying to get something going. Ball takes a crazy bounce. Well defended. Vega trying to make a move on Andre Aiden Vieira. Will have another whistle. It will be Brockton's ball. And just like that, here they go. On a break. Trying to get something. There's Aiden Sullivan. Trying to work on the other side of the field. Can't connect. Off the throw, and Barrows now using the speed. He has one guy to beat. Here's a chance. And he scores! Number 21. No goal. They're going to call him offsides? All right, guess they're going to call him offsides or something. Are they going to say contact? All right, so no goal by Barrows. I was getting all excited. I don't have to get excited for the next goal. 5:13 left. No goal by Barrows. I believe they're going to say he was over the line. And interim coach Mike Cruz, he just wants an explanation of what happened so he can coach it and make his kids better. All right, so the referee heard him out. And we're underway. Actually, both coaches want to make their teams better, not just Brockton. Of course, Jason Hammond, getting his 12th year at B, I'd love to make his team. He has a young team this year. And that's hit away. Let's see who has the ball. I believe it's going to belong to Bridgewater-Raynham. It is off the throw-in. And there it is. From the far side of the field, back and forth they go. I'm going to say it's Bridgewater-Raynham. And just like that, we have another change of possession. Back and forth they go, folks. Now Brockton. Oh, they can't connect. Now Bridgewater-Raynham's going to try to take advantage. And we got a change in as number 1 comes back in, Banks Beckworth, to take a break, to give number 9, I believe that's number 9, Kyle McGee a break. It is. BR trying to make a move. So let's see where they'll put the ball on the throw in the Brockton end. Down to 12 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. 2-0 Brockton. Kicked away by Walter Fernandez. BR adding their pressure. Brockton taking it away. BR trying to slow down the Brockton rush. As DePina now from DeAndre. Vega back to Cavallo. Cavallo looking in the middle. Trying it in. It's in DePina. From the far side. Little back and forth they go. Turns it around, kicks it. A little bit too far ahead and out of bounds. All right. Brockton slowly winding it up. There's Walter Fernandez. Gets it over to Mr. DePina. That's Zion DePina. Just trying to get it out. Trying to lead. Up, they're going to say he was where he was. You could see that from up here. Long kick in the Brockton end. Brockton trying to get it out. DePina now. Brockton adding a lot more pressure now. Bridgewater-Raynham adding a lot more pressure now in the Brockton end. Brockton looking for that break, looking for that big break as they bring in the Bridgewater-Raynham defense. Just trying to find that big break. Back and forth with the passing, knocked in. Now Cavallo, he looks around. Long kick trying to get Barrows. Barrows full speed coming down hard. This time he has a lead. He has a shot. Oh, and a little bit. And he's still able to keep the ball in. I thought that was going outside for a second. Looking for a player, trying to do some dribbling. That's taken away. Smartly kicked at midfield. I believe that was Vieira. Now Sullivan trying to get something going. BR with their rush here late in the first half. Turning, spinning. And broken up by Brockton. Right at midfield. Brockton is we're going to see who touched it last. I believe it. A couple of Brockton players taking a well-deserved break. Barrows comes out. And so does Liveramento. Back and forth. Oh, just too far ahead. He can't get it. Nice try. as 8 minutes and 40 seconds are left in this first half. On the throw-in. Sideline throw-in. DePina, he gets double teamed. Nice call by the back defenseman, Cavallo and Fernandez. Trying to spread it out, trying to make a move, a little give and go, coming down the side, trying to make a move. There's an angle kick. That's wide, but coming down hard was Vieira. And I believe right now Jalen Gonzalez, the freshman, number 1, is playing the forward on the opposite side of the field. Coach Mike Cruz, the JVs did not have a game. He brought up 2 freshmen, and I believe that is one of them. Long kick by Walker, kept in by Brockton. As Gonzalez. Cavallo to Zion DePina. It just out of the reach of DeAndre. A little miscommunication. They smile, they laugh it off. As you approach 7 minutes left in this half, and then I believe it's 2 minutes. The rest of the game, rest of this half, will be kept on the field by the referee. That's kicked away in the BR end as Culnane. Here comes Brockton. Great pressure by BR. BR adding that pressure, trying to find that Brockton weakness. And coming down, making a move, back and forth they go. Double teamed as Gonzalez. Oh, just too much ahead. He was trying to hit Zion DePina. On the throw-in, headed it away. Brockton trying to keep it in. Here's Anderson DePina. DePina trying to get by Sullivan. There's Walter Fernandez. Fernandez goes back and forth with DePina, back to Cavallo. Trying to break that up was Beckwith for BR. A lot of running around this game. Vega, they go back and forth. As him and Fernandez, Walter Fernandez, a little give and go. Long kick for Cavallo, trying to lead the freshman. I'm sorry, that was Pereira, not the freshman. Almost a miscue, almost broken up by Beckwith. As Walter Fernandez looks on. BR adding some late minutes pressure as we approach 4:30 left in this half. Gonzalez, he gets double teamed. BR slows that down. Back and forth they go. Trying to make a move. DePina looking in the middle. Vega. And that's smartly kicked away as they slow down that Brockton rush. Kicked away again. by Tracer of BR. All right, so it's out of bounds. It'll be Bridgewater-Raynham ball as Walker gets ready to kick it out of his own end. The goalkeeper for Bridgewater-Raynham. Nice line drive kick right at midfield. That's headed and kept in by Brockton. DePina. Cavallo. BR really adding the pressure now in the Brockton end smartly. Diaz has no choice but to get rid of it. Vega trying to slow it down as BR adds a late rush. As Fernandez tries to get up. BR defends against that. Kept in nice by Vieira. That's blocked. Coming down the end. And he might have twisted something. Beckwith might have twisted an ankle on that. The way he caught a groove, Banks Beckwith. He's limping the forward. Beckwith has to come out. He has to take a break. Coming in for him is Maggie. And number 14 is coming in. Aiden Fitzgerald comes in for Bridgewater-Raynham also. Coming out and taking a well-deserved break. We'll give you the other gentleman's number in about 2 seconds. As I can try to get his number, that looks like number 18, Colin Tracer. The remaining game for this half, the remaining time in this game, in this first half, will be kept on the field. Coming fast. BR making a move. Diaz has to play it because coming right down to meet him was Kyle McGee of the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans. Back and forth they go. BR adding that late pressure. They'd like to get one in to end this half. But Brockton is doing an excellent job spreading out the field. And that will go out of bounds. Let's say it was last touched by Brockton. Off the throw-in, almost right at midfield. BR trying to get out. Well defended. Great job by Anderson DePina. And then BR tries to recover. Just trying to get it in the Brockton end, trying to get that rush, trying to connect with that other forwards. And DePina. Oh, what a great move by Anderson DePina. What a spin. All the way to the other side. There's Walter Fernandez. Zion DePina. Vega trying to help out. BR kicks it in as Austin Major lets one go. Diaz. Walter Fernandez. On him is McGee for BR. Diaz kicks a lined straight shot out. DeGrassa tries to get out. He's trying to believe that's Gonzalez. It is. Vega and DePina Zion DePina, a little miscommunication. Coming down, making a move, kicking it away. Way out of his net, though. And from the far side of the field, that is Fabio Fernandez. I apologize. I thought that was another gentleman, but it wasn't. The way Brockton controls this ball is incredible. Well gelling team, this Cavallo, as the seconds run down here in the first half. Of course, Brockton looking for that mess. Oh, and almost just missing it was McGee for Bridgewater-Raynham. And that'll do it after one half of play. Your score, Brockton 2, Bridgewater-Raynham nothing. We'll be right back. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Marciano Stadium. We're at the half. Brockton 2, Bridgewater-Raynham nothing in the Southeast Conference matchup between the 8-2 and 2 Brockton Boxers and are very young. They only have 2 starting veterans returning, and they're unfortunately 0-12. And of course, I'm referring to, again, the very young but very talented Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans team. We'd like to welcome everybody watching in the greater Bridgewater-Raynham area. Your Trojans are putting up one heck of a fight, excuse me. And of course, the Brockton Boxer fan club from around Brockton, everybody watching on the Brockton YouTube channel. All right, so we're getting ready for this kickoff. It should be Brockton's ball off the kickoff as the team slowly get themselves ready to go. Officials getting squared away. Of course, the officials now switch sides, and so do the forwards and everybody else involved. So they'll rotate everything but the goalkeeper. All right, so off the kickoff. Nope, they're not off the kickoff yet. They're just still warming up, having some fun. For you Brockton viewing audience, we will be back as the Dartmouth Indians. They'll come into Marciano Stadium and take on the Brockton boys soccer team. Of course, that's Thursday at 6, and then Saturday we'll have, right, Thursday at 6? Boston Latin, I'm sorry. Dartmouth is Saturday at 4. And then, of course, prior to the Brockton boys soccer game at 4, we'll have Brockton Boxer football as New Bedford comes in to town. And we're underway. And now Cavallo. Nice job by BR. They're adding early pressure in this game as Sullivan from that far side trying to slow down that Brockton rush and getting way too far, a little bit ahead of themselves. I'll give you that gentleman's number in about 2 seconds. But he is on the far side of the field on the BR throw-in. Again, just underway as we start the second half as Diaz will take it for Brockton. Get it up to Cavallo. Cavallo looking. He'll smartly go back and forth with him and, of course, Fabio Fernandez. Excellent pressure by the Trojans. Gonzalez trying to feed it up to De Grassa. Vega. And coming up really fast from that far side, but nicely broken up by the Trojans. It's hard to read the Trojans number. They're celebrating, and it's really nice. They're celebrating breast cancer awareness wearing their pink road jerseys with the light blue numbers. It's hard to pick up the light blue numbers on their shirts. Now coming down the side, there's Sullivan. He's just offside. Just a little bit ahead of the ball. So we'll have a turnover and a change of possession. Again, just underway in the second half. Little give and go, back and forth they go. This time BR adding a lot more pressure than they did in the first half. Very well coached by Jason Hammond in his 12th year over at that Bridgewater boys Trojan soccer program. Cavallo. Pereira. Pereira looks up. Little miss up, but it's recovered by Brockton. Inside. Gonzalez coming down. He's onside. He has someone across the middle. Shot. Coming across inside. Back and forth they go and kicked away at the last minute. Great defense by Bridgewater-Raynham. They had a rush, and Bridgewater-Raynham was able to stop them. Just like that, Barrows is trying to help out, and there comes Vega from the far side. That's kicked away. And I believe it should be a throw-in in the Bridgewater-Raynham end, just underway. Again, early in the second half. Vega trying to fight it off. Diaz says, I'm wide open. Give the ball to me, the goalkeeper now. Cavallo. Trying to come out of his own end. He gets double teamed. Slowly gets out, kicked back and forth, but kicked away, then recovered by Brockton as Pereira gets it all the way to the far side of the field. Walter Fernandez, he goes back and forth with his teammate. There's Vega again, looks, feeds it all the way to the side to Gonzalez in front of his own end, and unfortunately it's too far ahead, so we'll have a change of possession on this throw, and here's Sullivan. I believe this is Sullivan. Might be Bridges, actually. It is Bridges. Off the throw-in. Nice toss. And there's Sullivan. Looking. Trying to get around the defender. All the way to the other side. Kicked in, I believe that in a lead. Onside. But kicked away by Brockton. But BR recovers, then kicked away. Now recovered by Brockton. BR doing a great job. There's another steal. BR keeping it in. Brockton's defense giving up too many holes here, but just like I say that, and here's Brockton trying to come out of their own end. And Fabio Fernandez, that kid has a lot of energy out there, folks. And I'm referring to number 2 of Brockton High School. This kid, I'll tell you, he has a lot of energy. And just remember, he got injured in the first half and came back. And you can't tell by his actions out on the field. As Pereira is lining up to kick it. Seeing how his team's spreading out, looking for that. And I apologize, it's going to be Fabio Fernandez for Brockton. Kicked all the way across to the other side. Over to Walter Fernandez. Walter looks. Trying to find some holes in that Bridgewater defense. Nice rush and slowed down by the Trojans. Off the throw-in, almost in front of the Brockton end. And there's a lead. Here's Barrows with a chance, and he scores. He's on side that time. We start the second half, 34-12. Left in the first half. And the big guy, number 11, Darson Barrows, the senior, makes it a 3-0 Brockton lead with 34 minutes and 14 seconds left in the game. So we'll have another kickoff. And Sullivan trying to find his other fielder. He couldn't. A little miscommunication there. Off the throw-in. There's Barrows again. Barrows would love to put another point on. He's trying to reach his other forward. BR smartly breaks that up. Now change of possession in transition, trying to get something going. Brockton trying to slow it down. Here come the Trojans on a potential rush. But right there is Zion. I believe that's Zion DePina on that. That is Zion. He kicks out with help of his teammates. I should say get out of the Brockton end, but both teams again trying to get their position right at midfield. There's a kick. Oh, it went off a player. Hope everyone's all right. With that being said, coming down his barrels again. That's smartly knocked away at the last minute by the BR defenseman. See what they call. They're going to call it. Oh, we're going to have a change. Couple changes going on. Looks like number 11's coming in. That's Anthony Frieza. And checking out, getting a well-deserved break for the Bridgewater-Raynham Trojans, number 3, Aiden Cullen. And now Pereira. Little give and go, broken up by the Trojans. Pereira regroups, though. Oh, little miscommunication, but Sullivan recovers, trying to get his fielder down there. He does. He's double team slowed down by the Brockton defense. And here come the Boxers again. Kick to the corner. Gonzalez. Trying to get something going. He has 2 guys to beat. Little give and go. But he moves it all the way back to the almost midfield as Walter Fernandez gets one. That's knocked down by BR. BR sees a chance, trying to feed the field that's blocked. Accidentally hit Zion DePina in the back or off his leg. Goes out of bounds. Brockton's ball off the throw-in. And we're going to have a stoppage in play as 2 fielders collide. And the guys shake it off. Incidental contact. 31:40 left in this game. Brockton looking to improve to 9-2 in the season. 9-2-2. Boston Latin comes in on Thursday night, folks. We'll kick off at 6. And the official is marking something. All right, he's making sure the fielder is not. We're going to have a kick. Line drive kick. Walker did a great job blocking it down. BR trying to use this for a potential rush, but just too far ahead. Pereira there. He'll get it over to Diaz as we approach 30 minutes and 50 seconds left in the game. Now Barrows looking, trying to reach the big guy, DeGrassa. And then coming up, little give and go, and Walker smartly jumps on that because Barrows was looking for goal number 2. There's a free kick. He punts it away right at midfield, knocking down. And there he is, the speedster, Fabio Fernandez. He gets slowed down by Bridgewater-Raynham. Here comes the Trojans now. The Trojans trying to make, that's knocked away. And now the Brockton tries to recover. Fernandez again. That's kicked away, but not unable to change in transition was Bridgewater-Raynham. Will have a change of possession on this throw. And here come the Trojans. Trojans trying to come out of their own end. And just like that. And here comes Brockton. Brockton trying to make a move. Nice slide block. That one were kicked across and smartly headed away. And I believe that will be a Brockton corner kick. This is the first corner kick in this second half. Gonzalez will set up for the kick. Brockton setting up, hoping to get a header in. BR just wants to get it to the line drive. Kicked, knocked down by Walker. Great job. He'll get it up quick. Gets it up to Beckwith. Beckwith trying to get something going for Bridgewater. I mean, let's see what they call. Oh, we got a change as BR makes a change. I'll give you that gentleman's number in a minute. I believe that was number 9, McGee, coming in for the other forward. As we approach 28 minutes left. Off the throne, Pereira. That's knocked away. Great job by the Trojans trying to get that going. What is McGee? McGee, a long Diaz will take that, no problem. And here come Brockton again. Both guys lost control of the ball. Good job by BR. They had Brockton momentarily confused, but they regroup. But BR in transition just like that. But Pereira steps in front of that, gets over to Cavallo. Back and forth they go. Pereira looks up, gets it away, tries to read Barrows. Barrows coming down the side. Walker has no choice but to kick it away. That will go out of bounds, and that should be Brockton's ball off the throw-in. And showing off on the sideline is Vander Fernandez. I'm only kidding. He was out of bounds. He wanted to make a play. He isn't in yet. And now he's coming in. Cavallo's going to get a well-deserved break, the defenseman. Xander warmed up as he headed that off his chest, so he's all warmed up. Off the throw-in. Gonzalez, that's off the back of, it looks like that was number 4, Cole Bridges. He's been everywhere tonight. Oh, there's a takeaway. Quick kick. Oh, the save by Walker, excuse me. Gonzalez almost had a goal. Nicely played by the goalkeeper of Bridgewater-Raynham. On the throw-in. Back and forth they go. There's Vega now trying to help out. He's trying to get some. Barrows now trying to get something coming down. Trying not to be offsides. Walker knocks that down. Comes way out of his. Barrows going to get a quick kick, and he scores again! Number 21. Darson Barrows, his second of the night. And he puts that in at the 26:35 mark here in the second half. Great job by that young man. A lot of great teamwork. Great teamwork by this Boxer squad. Ball kicked in. Diaz will take it all the way. And here comes Vander now. Vander Fernandez gives it back to Diaz, trying to open up that Bridgewater-Raynham defense again. Fernandez, Vander, looking. Gets it over to the far side. Back and forth they go. Oh, a little miscommunication. Bridgewater-Raynham smartly and very quickly going to try to take advantage of that. There's Bridges. Give and go. Little miscue between him. And just like that, Gonzalez trying to take advantage of it. He got Barrows again. They body for position. Pereira. Xander Fernandez. All the way back to Diaz. Smartly called. Fernandez again, back to Diaz. BR, he lost the ball for a minute. He lost the ball. Xander Fernandez, he looks around. I don't think he knows it's a trailer. And it's out of bounds. Should be Brockton's ball off the throw-in. Kicked all the way to the far side of the field. As A.J. Gonzalez now. Coming into the game is Bank Becksworth. We'll see who goes out for Bridgewater-Raynham. So Beckwith is in for Bridgewater-Raynham, and I'll try to get you that gentleman's name. I think that's Aiden Sullivan taking a well-deserved break, and it is. Vega now. He gets double-teamed. Good job by the Trojans as they try to add some pressure and smartly kick it in. They try to regroup. As we have 24 minutes left in this game. Long kick. Gonzalez there. He has one defender to beat. From the far side, trying to hit Vega. Vega trying to shot. Barrows is there. Bridgewater-Raynham smartly blocks that one. And just when they tried to get out, Brockton knocks in a little give and go. Pereira trying to help out. Down the side. That's kicked away by the Trojans. Gonzalez keeps it in, though. Good dribbling. Moving, thinking about shooting. Cutting around, looking for somebody. Trying to get, he gets Vega. They spread it out. Almost at midfield. They'll go all the way back to Diaz. And they'll spread it out again. Diaz. Xander Fernandez. He'll bring it up, trying to look for one of his field. He's thinking about hitting Barrows. Little miscommunication, and Pereira's there to take care of it. Oh, boy. Good job by BR. Almost had a takeaway. And Pereira. Back and forth they go. Caden Lopes getting some action now for Brockton. Pereira again. Coming up quick. That's hit as Vega tries to keep it going. Long shot. He sees Gonzalez coming down. One guy to beat, see if he can out-dribble him. He does. Trying to make a move. Quick shot. He's blocked. Trying to get a quick angle. And what a save by Walker. That has to be his 8th save of the game, folks. Maybe his 9th. Kid's been tested tonight. Here's his free kick. Right at midfield. That's headed and in. Back and forth they go. And now Vander Fernandez trying to get something going. He gets over to Pereira. He looks up. That's blocked. Smartly blocked out as Pereira ready to throw it in. 21 minutes left in the game. Looks like Vega's checking out, and so is DePina. I think, yep, that's DePina. He checks out too. So we got some fresh bodies in there, 2 fresh bodies there for the Boxers. With under 20 minutes, just under 20 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. Little miscue. BR's going to try to take advantage of it. Xander Fernandez. I believe that was Xander Fernandez, and it was. As Diaz keeps it going. DeGrassa up the field he has, but right there is Walker. Free kick away, right at midfield. Knocked down by Sullivan, but recovered by DeGrassa. He tries to get Barrows. He does. Barrows has Gonzalez coming down the sides. Dribbling, moving. He's going to try to take a shot. There's an angle shot. It scores! Number 7 with the 5th goal of the Boxers at 19 minutes and 43 seconds left in this half. Antunes checks in now for Brockton. I think, yep, that'll do it. So Gonzalez will take a seat. Barrows will take a seat. We'll have a couple of brand new forwards now as ball's kicked off and we're underway again. Fernandez heads that out. And going down the side, now on the far side, that is Anderson DePina. trying to set it up in the middle. DeGrassa can't get it off because it's blocked away at the last minute. Good defense by Bridgewater-Raynham. And I believe do we have a timeout? They did. Timeout. Timeout. Bridgewater-Raynham. 18:49 left. 5-0 Brockton. I'll be right back. Hey, buddy, as we get ready back to live action, we never really stepped away, but 18:49 left in the game, 5-0 Brockton. The Boxers should and will improve to 9-2-2. And with that being said, Walker will start it after the timeout by Jason Hammond, the head coach over Bridgewater-Raynham. Nice line drive kick just at midfield. Pereira. We're going to have a little push off on Sullivan. Nope, not Sullivan. I apologize. That's Tracer, number 18, Colin Tracer, if I got the spelling right. If not, I'm sorry. Now BR trying to add a little bit more pressure, and coach probably laid on him and said, we got to come out with a little bit more aggression here, and now they're definitely showing it coming out of this timeout. Good for them. Again, 18 minutes left in the game, not including the running time left by the official on the field. Pereira smartly gets it up to Diaz. Diaz gets it over to, I believe, from the far side. That defenseman is Walter Fernandez. They get to midfield, and we have an injury timeout. I didn't catch it, but Diaz is down. It might have been the way he fell. Well, he's up now, so he's standing back up. He probably wanted to take a break. That's what it was. He had to stretch. No, I'm only kidding. He's fine. And with that being said, we officially have 17:47. It'll be a Brockton kick. And I think that's DeGrassa who's going to kick it for Brockton. Back and forth they go. Little miscue. We have another contact. And that time with the ball, that was Paul Wadley. Wadley now in the game as well. And Fernandez. Back and forth they go. They got the big guy in there. They got Lucas Cardoza for Brockton, excuse me. Pereira off the throw-in. Right in front of us is DeGrasse. DeGrasse looking to hit the man streaking down the side. That's DePina trying to get in the middle. Walker makes another great save. And his nice little free kick nice free kick right at midfield. Actually goes by two people. But Pina hits it. Cardoso tried it. He hit heads in the back as him and Moria hit. That ball's out. It should be DePina's ball. As he'll get it going, let's see where they put the ball. Oh, I apologize. Now run away. And here comes Pereira. Pereira, Cardoza. Down the side is Anderson DePina, and that's out. And he's a little upset. He got fed a little bit too much. And checking in is 11 and 16. That's Freza. And here's Walker's kick. Nice kick. DeGrasse kept it in. It went out. It will be Bridgewater-Raynham ball. And on the throw-in, that's going to be Cole Bridges for the Trojans. Almost headed out. Little collision. Nice try by Sullivan. Back and forth they go. And kicked away by Walter Fernandez. Almost had a turnover right in front of their own end. Headed and kept in by Brockton. Brockton had another rush, thinking about another goal. That's blocked, kept alive by the Trojans. Trojans looking for their offensive rush in this game. Walker kicks it away after he regroups. He had a forward going down. And battling is Lemieux. Alex Lemieux trying to help out his cause for the Trojans. Walker's kick again, right at midfield. Headed, kept in. But here comes Bridgewater-Raynham. Flying down the side. Diaz will take it all by himself. Oh, with a shot, and he's going to score. A miscue by Brockton, and the Trojans score. Number 16, Alex Lemieux. At the 14:07 mark, remaining in the game. Miscue between the defenseman and the goalkeeper. And Lemieux smartly took advantage and was able to put the ball in the net. Great job. Good job by that young man. And Coach Cruz will definitely look at this tape and see what happened on the miscue on that one. He probably could see it from the sideline, something you can definitely coach. Off the throw-in. Oh. Got a timeout. All right, so we're back to live action. We'll have a throw in the Brockton end, and there's Bridges with the throw. Well, getting ready to throw it in. Headed towards the Brockton net. Kicked away. On a rush. I don't think you can see him coming. And finally kicked away. Coming down like a Antunes. And now comes Pereira. Looking for help. Oh, what a fake. Thinking about kicking his stop. He pulled it back and got it over to Jael Gonzalez, the freshman, who's now in the game for Brockton High. As we approach 12 minutes left in the game, then we'll go to a running clock with 5 minutes left. That's headed away by Alves. The other freshman getting called up. Freshmen are finally in this game. Cardoza trying to find a forward. Him and Antunes had a little bit of miscommunication. And Pereira, I don't think he sees the defender coming. Diaz will take it all the way. And the freshman gets it off. Nice job coming down the side. Walker's going to try to take it. He kicks it away smartly. And flying down was the other freshman, Lindro Alves. So we will have a throw-in in the BR end as we approach 11 minutes left in the game. Finally turns, gets it in. Kicked away. Now trying to make a move. Turning, spinning. Alves, he's knocked off that ball. There's Gonzalez. He's trying to make a move. Trying to reach out to Cardoza. Back to Pereira. Far side. They'll spread it out. There's Vander Fernandez. Gets over the other far side of the field. Walter Fernandez initially, but broken up by BR. Cardoza breaks that up as they twist feet. With the goal scorer for the Trojans, Lemieux, and Brockton regroups in their own end. Xander Fernandez to Cardoza, all the way up, and just a little bit too much mustard on that one. On the throw-in, that's headed away by Pereira. Cardoza tries to help, little collision at midfield. Fernandez now, excellent dribble, get it back to Diaz. And Xander Fernandez, Pereira the rope, trying to open up the field again. Long kick trying to reach his forwards. And Antunes putting on the Jets. See what he got for dribbling skills. Trying to help out his own cause. From the corner, there's a kick. Trying to set up knocked away. I believe that was touched by a walker. He might have headed it out at the last minute. Cardoza now. Looking around, spinning. Back to Pereira. Pereira trying to get a little give and go. The two freshmen now, Alves and Gonzalez, as Antunes tried to feed his way in. Pereira, that's almost broken up, and here comes a freshman, here comes Gonzalez, coming down the side. He has one man to beat, now he has two men to beat. He gets back to Alves now, back and forth they go. Cardoza back to Pereira, smartly passing the ball of the Brockton Boxers. Oh, they're going to say it was last touched by BR. With a couple changes, as it looks like number 10 and number 8 is coming in for BR. Mahoney and Sullivan back in the game for BR. Approaching 8 minutes left in the game. Headed away. Xander Fernandez. Gets it over to the senior goalkeeper, Diaz. All the way up, knocked down. Almost lost control of the ball. Brockton will start it up again. Diaz. Fernandez. Thinking Pereira. Looking around, seeing what he has. Dribbling, smartly dribbling. Gets by one defender. Almost gets by another defender. Smartly gets over to Pereira. Kicks it down. Trying to lead Antunes, the forward, just too much. Out of bounds. Should be Brockton's ball on the throw-in with 7 minutes left in this game. Oh, nice try, nice thinking by Alves, but kept away by BR. They kick it away, trying to get out of their own end. And coming down with a potential first down catch was number 19 on the sideline for Brockton High. None other than Zion DePina from the sideline. Now the freshmen trying to show what they got going on. Antunes trying to get some work. Trying to get, oh, a little, not enough passing on that one. A little bit of dribbling. There's a quick kick. Oh, and Walker tips it away at the last minute. That was definitely going for the far corner. And now Brockton trying to put out another point. Knocked away by the Trojans. Brockton will spread it out again. Cardoza, he gets pushed off, a little incidental contact, no whistle. Here comes the Trojans, trying to add one more. Coming down the side is the forward. I believe that was Moria, and Diaz smartly kicks that one away. Back and forth they go. Trojans trying to add their pressure. They're going to call Trojan ball. As we approach 5 minutes left in the game. Line drive kick and out of bounds.
Official time will be kept on the field for the remainder of the contest.
So it will be Brockton ball off this kick, and as you heard the public address announcer Kevin Carroll, the remaining time is now kept on the field. Now Brockton trying to add a last minute rush. BR smartly breaks that up. Brockton trying to get something going. Xander Fernandez over to Pereira. Back and forth they go, and smartly knocked out. And Brockton has to wind it up again. Out of play. That's a nice block. Trying to get some little miscommunication. Both guys go over each other on that one. Hopefully everybody's all right. Off that. Here comes Brockton trying to get another rush. Kicked out of play. Well, a little miscommunication there. BR is able to control the ball, trying to get it out. And Pereira uses his speed. He's just not quick enough. I think that was last touched by BR, so smartly he doesn't touch it. Now Cardoza, Pereira. All the way to the other side to Vander Fernandez. Fernandez now. Again, the time of the game, the remainder is going to be on the field. And BR trying to get a break, trying to lead their forwards down the field, trying to get a rush. Brockton trying to slow it up, and they do. Now here comes the freshman. Here comes Gonzalez. He's kicked away. That's headed nicely, but not out as Pereira uses his footwork and tries to get something going. Cardozo. From the far side. Kicked up. Walker kicks that away. BR catching Brockton sleeping a little bit. Diaz will try to get it going. Long kick, trying to hit the freshman. That was the freshman combination. Two guys checking in for the Trojans, number 14, Aiden Fitzgerald, and number 11, Anthony Frezza. Shipped away, not out. And that'll do it. Your final score from Brockton High School. Brockton 5, Bridgewater-Raynham 1. The Boxers improved to 9-2-2 in the season. For Mike the Postman Simmons, I'm Dominic Damiano. We will catch you Thursday as Boston Latin comes and visits to Marciano Stadium. We'll kick off at 6 o'clock. Again, everyone have a fantastic night.